Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this video. I hope you're having a great day. I know I am. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So as you can tell by the title, we pranked the sub. This story actually happened today. And yeah, it was pretty fun. And I don't really know, I don't know, but you'll see. I'll get into that part later. So basically, today in my 6th period, my science class, we had a sub, and I'll call her Miss Patricia over here. Today in my science class, we had a substitute. I don't know her. I don't remember her name, but for the purposes of the story, I'm gonna call her Miss Patricia. And so we had this group project that we were doing, when my teacher was there, and we would basically just work on it the whole class.
Talking for 2 periods by just asking you about her trip to Paris.
So basically, this teacher, she was I don't know what way to put this without offending some people probably. She was pretty elderly, let's just say that. She's not
So we got no work.
She's not she's not, I don't know, but she was pretty old. She was probably in her, 60s or 70s. Probably. I think, I don't know, I'd say around, we're just gonna say her 60s. Well, or 50s, I don't know. Her 60s, let's just say that. So anyways, no, 50s, but anyways, so we got 15 minutes to work on that project that we were gonna do, and then we had a practice test, because we were gonna take a test the next day, or whatever. We're gonna take a test tomorrow, and
my teacher were in her 40 or 30.
So we got some time to work on the we got 15 minutes to work on the project. Then we got 30 minutes to do both. It was the same practice test. It was just 2 different attempts. We got 2 attempts on doing it, and so I did it. I don't feel I don't see what the point of saying what I made on it is.
Hello, this is Villa.
But basically, the teacher, the sub, at the beginning of the class, she was very strict, and she was at the beginning of the class, the teacher was very strict, and she was she was just a strict substitute teacher in general, and she was very clear, and she was
wait for me to come back.
She was don't play games. If I see anybody playing games, you're gonna get a lunch detention. And so I was I wasn't really planning on it much, and then she said that, and I was this is a great opportunity to prank. Also, guys, I just want to let you know real quick.
I will be right back.
I just want to let you guys know, for anybody who's being can you wait, or hold on and wait till I get back, I'm sorry, but no, because if it was just us, and I wasn't making a video, sure, but this is a video. I can't just make a pause and wait for one person out of I don't know how many people are gonna watch this video, but anyways, but so I was really planning on playing games, and then I was this is the perfect opportunity to prank the teacher. And now you're probably gonna say if you quote unquote pranked her by playing games and making sure that she saw you, that's not a prank. That's not what I did either. So she was nobody better be playing games. If I see anybody playing games, it's gonna be a lunch detention. And so I was this is the the kid who sits beside me. Now, I made a video saying in my English class, we have the individual desks, but they're put together in, that way they make tables, little tables. Now, for my science class, it's different. For my science class, it's just like 2 desks beside each other in rows. Like, there's 3 different rows, and desks, like 2 desks are beside each other, and you know, then it goes up, and the 2 desks beside each other, and like, you know, 3 rows of that. And I looked at the kid who sits beside me, and I was like, this is gonna be the perfect opportunity to prank the teacher. And he was like, yeah. And so we ended up, and so like, basically I told you guys about like Karen bucks and school dollars. Basically, when I was in 6th grade, we used purple school dollars, but now we use like green, red, yellow, and blue school dollars. We don't have purple anymore. So in 6th grade we used purple, and now in 7th and 8th grade we use those colors. But, you know, I was like, if you say, like, I pulled out a purple, you know, school book or a school dollar out of my backpack, and I was like, if you say it loud enough to where she can hear it and she'll like be suspicious, if you say this game is amazing, like loud enough to where she'll be able to hear it, then, you know, I'll give you this. And he said it, but it was kind of low, and I was like, she didn't really hear that, and so I was like, you know, I'll double it up, say it again, and I'll give you 2. And he said it, but it was just kind of like, it was kind of at a normal level, you know, barely to the point where she couldn't hear it, and I was like, you know, just say it, and I'll give you both of these. And he just kind of, I don't know, but he ended up not doing it, and well, he ended up doing it like 1 time, and I only gave him 1 out of 2 because he didn't really necessarily do it, like, you know, but you know, it was worth 1, so it was enough to at least get 1, and so I gave him 1, and so I was like, you know what, that's not entertaining. We have a sub today we have Miss Patricia over here who's pretty easy to trick, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna let this chance go to waste. So I mean, there's no way that you guys don't know what this is, but I opened there, like, you guys have to know what this is. I opened up a Google Doc, or not a Google Doc, Google Slides. I opened up a Google Slides because, you know, like, you know, that's what we use in school. We use Google Docs and slides. Well, we use slides for presentations and stuff. And so I ended up opening a Google Slides. And that way I could, you know, go into present mode, and I could just keep clicking a bunch of buttons, making it look like I was playing a game. And so then when I looked around and I noticed that she wasn't, like, she couldn't see my computer screen. So I opened another tab, and I searched up gifs that look like you're playing games, or like, you know, game gifs, you know, I don't remember the exact search, but it was like games that look like you're, or like gifs that look like you're playing games, or either, you know, video game gifs or something, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, I found one that it looked like a I don't remember the name. It was like Abstractor, I think was the name of the game. It was like Abstractor or something like that. But, you know, I found like a GIF that looked like, you know, it looked like a pretty fun game, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll check that out, you know, and see if I can download that game, because, you know, it seemed pretty fun. At the same time, I found a GIF of it, so I was like, this is it, this is the one. And so I you know, I dragged it to my Google Slides. Like, I dragged it to my Google Slide tab, and I put it on the slide, and then, you know, like, after it was on the slide, I made it go up, like, I changed the size of it, that way, you know, it looked like it was full screen, instead of, you know, seeing, like, you know, a bunch of white in the background, because that wouldn't make it look, you know, I don't know, but anyways, that wouldn't look like it was an actual, you know, I was actually playing games. So I ended up opening a, like I said, I ended up opening, like, you know, I ended up putting it on there and changing the size, that way it was like full screen, and I went into present mode, and I waited till she was back there. Like, I looked around enough to the point, I looked around enough to the point where she, you know, like I could see that she was there
You
or
died
not
of
there. That
freaking
way
wait
she,
for
you know,
me.
I could know if she could see my screen or not. But not enough to the point where she really noticed that I was looking to see. But, you know, so I went and I saw that she was back there and I saw that she could see my screen. So I opened up, or I went in present mode.
Why
That,
didn't
and
you
like,
wait
you know, it was
for
a
me?
gift, so it looked like, you know, they were like, there was like 2 guys fighting or whatever, like it was a
now?
game, it was an actual video game. So it was like, you know, a little combat scene from the game. So I opened it up, I went in present mode, that way it looked like it was full screen, and I just kept like clicking keys, like I kept clicking like the K button and I kept clicking like the L button, and I didn't really click any numbers or P, just because P made me go back to the first slide, and the other one I don't know, I just opened up a new one, and I don't know, but basically I thought of something before, and then I was like, you know, I don't know, but anyways, you know, I don't really know. Anyways, but you know, I kept clicking keys, that way it looked like I was like playing the game, like I was the one actually controlling the character and playing the game, and she didn't really notice like the first couple times. Like she walked back there and I thought she could see my screen, and I was like, why is she not responding? And then, you know, but she like walked past and didn't really notice it. And then like the third, I believe the third time around, like no, the like third or fourth time around, then she was standing over there and she was staring at my screen while I was sitting there clicking the keys and stuff to make it look like I was playing the game. And she was like, Ashira, go to your test. And I was like, I looked back, and then like, you know, I knew she was there, but I looked back, like that way, you know, it made me seem like I didn't really notice that she was there. And then I kind of like acted like I freaked out, you know, not knowing that she was there. And then I was like, oh crap. And then, you know, I went and I changed the tab back to like the little, like back to the website, that way I could do the the science practice test. And it was funny because she thought that I was playing games. And so after I did that, after like I did that, well, I mean, every time, like while I was doing tests and stuff, I would keep switching back to the tab, and then I would keep clicking the keys, and she would be like, is he playing? Well, she wouldn't say it, but you know, she would get suspicious, and so she would walk back there to the back of the class, that way she could see it. And I would just keep clicking the keys, making it look like I was playing the game in present mode with a GIF, and it was funny. It was funny because like I kept doing it, and she was like, Ashira, go do your test. And I kept like acting like I was freaking out and stuff, but you know, made it seem different, that way it didn't look like I was, you know, just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that was pretty funny. And she was like, Ashira, go do your test. And I was like, oh frick, and then I changed it and I kept on doing the test. I actually ended up making an A on the test. I'm a 100 on the test, by the way. Just letting you know. It was fun because she kept thinking that we were playing games. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for like pranks that I could do on substitutes. Like, you know, how like I pretended I was playing games. Let me know if you know, like if I can, I'll try to do it on another substitute. But you know, Miss Patricia thought I was playing games, so it was pretty funny. Let me know if you have any suggestions for like, you know, pretend like you're, you know, playing games with another substitute. Like, you know, do it when you get another substitute and do it again. And so like she said before, if she caught anybody playing games, it'd be an LD, and it was 6th period, so it was the last class of the day. And so I was like, this is the moment, I'm going to prank her. And you know, and like, I don't know, she didn't necessarily give me an LD as far as I'm concerned. Like, she didn't say, alright, that's it, it's an LD. She just said, Ashira, go do your test. And I was like, alright. I mean, I just kind of like pretended like I was freaking out, like, you know, I didn't expect her to be there, but you know, I really knew that she was there. and it was pretty fun. Let me know if you guys want me to do that with another substitute, or if you have any other prank suggestions, like, go and pretend like, you like you're eating in class or something, like, you're eating a bag of chips in class. Like, if you take a bag of chips from lunch or something and you go in and you just keep, like, rustling the bag or whatever. Like, if you just keep, like, rustling the bag, making it sound like, somebody's eating a bag of chips or whatever. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good.
One of the things
are go to channel and it will carry you to my link.
for YouTube.
Anyways, probably gonna end up doing that, like wrestling the bag of chips. I'm probably just gonna go buy a bag of chips just so I can do that. But I thought that was pretty funny, and that was the first time. Like, I've never really pranked a substitute before, or a teacher in general. I've never really done a prank in school before, and I did that today, and I was like, that was actually pretty fun, and it made for, like, I felt like it would make a good story time. And I mean, I don't know, but I liked it. So I feel like if I do those, I'll have more story times to post and stuff. So I like that, and I'm probably gonna do that more often now. I
once had a bag of chips in
class, and the teacher asked if you're going to eat, then you had to bring some for the class, and I took out 4 more.
Since
That's funny.
with Sniper isn't reading chat and replying.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up getting like a bag of chips from the cafeteria or something, just so I can take it into class. Like, keeping them until, like, even if they, end up like getting old or whatever and they can't be eaten, like if they're stale or whatever, I'm not gonna open the bag. I'm just gonna keep, rustling it, like keep it in my backpack or something, keep rustling it. And it was pretty funny because, she thought I was playing games, so I'm probably gonna end up pranking like substitutes and crap more. I'm probably gonna end up pranking substitutes and stuff more. Not teachers, because substitutes are like easier to prank and stuff, because they don't have as much control and stuff as the teachers. They're substitutes, not actual teachers. So I'm probably gonna end up pranking the subs and stuff more. But let me know if you guys have any suggestions for any pranks or anything that you want me to do, and I will try to do that.
I actually type something for him to read.
But so yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or anything, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys.